Hi everybody, it's Talk to Me Tuesday. It is Wednesday because, you know, that's the way I roll. I'm much happier this week. Had a good week last week. And yeah, I just feel much more myself. Although we have had the news that our landlord is selling our house, so we're having to think about moving. But we have a tenancy until January, so it's all a bit up in the air with that at the moment. So you might see a new sewing space. Maybe I'll get natural light, who knows. Hopefully I'll get some natural light, but that shouldn't be for the next few months anyway, so I will keep you updated as to what happens. I have some things to show you. Didn't have a particularly good sewing week last week, but there was lots of other things going on. It was Hannah's birthday, and yeah, the household landlord thing kind of went a bit haywire. But I did get a few things done that I can show you over the last couple of weeks. One of which is I pattern tested one of the Star Wars patterns, and it was this one. And let me tell you, this bit here was worse than not the Gondor tree, it was the Rohan, is it the Rohan symbol that I did. That's one of Jennifer's paper piece patterns that like just messed with my head. This little bit here was just so complicated, and I haven't got it right because it's supposed to be different to that, but I kind of gave up and like it as it is. No idea what I'm going to do with it at this point. I will probably make it into a pillow or a wall hanging or something of that nature, but I pattern tested that, so that was one thing that I did. And that took quite a while. It was quite a big pattern, and so it took a long time to do that one. But it's a brilliant pattern. I can't remember who designed it, but she said she thought about doing a less complicated bit for that middle section, but I kind of think just rate it as a difficult pattern and leave it as it is, because it's so well designed. There was like hardly any mistakes. I think I found one thing which I think was more me than it was the pattern, if you know what I mean. So yeah, amazing pattern. I've got a little bit of haul to show you. Yeah, let me show you this next. I made this is a cardigan that I made for me. It's just a pull on, ooh, got my breakfast down me. It's just a pull on cardigan. It needs an iron because it's not showing up very well. But I made this on my overlocker, serger, whatever you want to call it, and I had this really cool fabric. It's Harry Potter. I don't know if you can see it. It's just like a argyle sweater, but then it's got all the Harry Potter symbols on it. It says on there, "I solemnly swear I'm up to no good and mischief managed." And there's the pocket, one of the pockets. It does need an iron, so you'll have to forgive it that. But I absolutely fell in love with this fabric. It was a ridiculous price for fabric, and I only got a metre of it because I bought it from somebody on the internet. I've got a little bit left of it here, which is probably show you that in better detail because that's not washed, whereas that one is washed. But yeah, it's just so cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of this. It's a jersey, so it's a real good quality jersey. But I might make it into a handbag or something like that. But it's great fabric. And then I also got, it's a bit of a theme with my fabric purchases recently. I also bought this jersey, which, as you can see, is Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship. Well, it's some of the Fellowship, it's not all of them. Obviously there's Aragorn and Legolas, Gimli, Gandalf, and I'm presuming that these two are Sam and Frodo. So there are some of the Fellowship missing. There's not the Merry and Pippin and Sean Bean's character, whose name has gone out of my head, but he's not in there either, Rohan guy. So yeah, I don't know why they're not in it, but I really like the fabric. It's so cute. Again, it's a jersey, so I am currently making myself a top that's going to have a hood and the inside lining of the hood is this, and on the front of the top there's going to be one of those kangaroo pockets, so that's going to be that fabric as well, because it's a bit much to have a whole top made out of it. I like to have a little bit of fandom on me somewhere at all times. And the other one that I've got, which my friend actually sold to me, is this one. This is Harry Potter inspired. And it's just got Dobby and Hermione and Harry and Hagrid and Voldemort and a snake hugging, and Voldemort's smiling, which I think is quite cute, and Snape looks quite cute, and there's Harry. And I just love that somewhere in here there's like Luna's glasses, and it's just cute, and there's little jelly beans. No idea what I'm going to do with it yet. There's quite a lot there as well. There's at least a metre. I think she cut a little bit out of it to make some sleeves or something, but yeah, so I have that as haul. And that is about it really. I don't think I've got anything else to show you. Just looking around, apart from a messy sewing room. I really need to put something on this wall back here, because it's really, looks really stark. But you know, we're going to be moving, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen there. We'll wait and see what goes on. Hopefully I'm behind in my labyrinth quilt along. I have the patterns printed here that I'm going to do. I'm going to do that worm. I think he's cute. I like the words. And that with the old man. I haven't done the, is it Hoggle yet? Because I'm not, I love the patterns. I think they're lovely. But I'm just not a big fan of them for his character, because he's so ugly. But he needs to be in my quilt somewhere, so I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to do embroidery, but I haven't decided which embroidery pattern to do for him yet. So watch this space, because I will get him done at some point in the not so distant future. Yeah, I'm having a sewing day tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, so hopefully I will get some stuff done then, and I'll be able to show you next week, because as I say, last week was a bit of a bad sewing week. It was a good week for me in terms of I felt much better, but it was a bad week for the sewing, and I felt a bit better because I went and did aquafit, and went swimming a couple of times and just got a bit more exercise, so I kind of pushed myself to go out when I didn't really want to. What I wanted to do was just stay indoors and take the kids to school, come home, shut the door and not let anybody in, but I didn't. I did push myself to go out, and I went swimming, I went to aquafit, I went to Weight Watchers, so yeah, I pushed myself, and hopefully that will just get me back into the swing of things, and I feel much happier than I did this time when we last spoke, because excuse me, I got very down then. So thank you for all your kind comments, and I was watching your videos, and I have watched your videos, I just haven't commented yet, but hopefully I'll get down to commenting in the next couple of days. I hope everybody has a really fantastic week. I will see you all next week, when hopefully I will have more to show you. If you can think of anything I can sew with these wonderful jerseys, I probably will make a top with this one, the Harry Potter one, that's all the little characters, similar to the Lord of the Rings one, where I'll just use the fabric sparingly rather than using lots of the fabric. So I will have a lot of jersey left. I'd quite like to make some bags, but I don't quite know how to treat the jersey to make it as a bag, because obviously it'd be a bit flexible, so I'd need to interface it, and I haven't done that before, so watch this space for some weird and wonderful things coming up. I will leave it there before I ramble on and on and on and on and tell you nothing. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week, and that you all have a great weekend, and I will see you all next week. Bye.